Hello, it's Nienke here from Nienks.com, and welcome to the first of my Step It Up series. So simple or step it up. What I want to do is to bring you a series where I show a very simple stamps, ink and paper card with one of the stamp sets, and then how with a little bit of extra you can step it up. Now this is going to be a 3-step process with me just running through the quick and easy one. It's less than 5 to 10 minutes for the simple one. Then step it up to the next level. We'll give you some extra embellishments and some extra color. And then the third one, which is the step it up from this level, we will make together, and that will be a mystery until the end. So I hope you stick around until we've completed our third card. So let's jump in. I'm going to use Hello Ladybug from Stampin' Up. It carried over to the new annual catalog, so we will have another year to play with this, which I'm really excited about. I love this one. I will link another video I made with this earlier. Okay, so this is our first level. It's our simple, quick and easy card. Beautiful. It's still handmade. So I used just a basic white cardstock. You can use the thick for extra thickness and it won't be any extra time. Card base of 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. It's got your a basic white scrap of 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, and then a basic black scrap of 2.5 by 2.5. And I just used the black ink with a ladybug, which I will demonstrate in the third card, and stamp that. And this is actually Sweet Sorbet, our new in color, which I love the new in colors. So I used Sweet Sorbet for the ladybug, and that's the card. It will probably take you less than 5 minutes to make. It's handmade, and there you go. And you only need your stamps, your ink, and your paper. Our next Step It Up card is this one. So I followed the same things. I just used basic black for your cards, for your card base, and then I used a white mat of 4 by 5 1/4. And I then used the same scraps here. You can pop this up if you want. I didn't. I actually just forgot. I wanted to. And I added some Daffodil Delight stamping using the stamps in the set. And then you can bug me anytime with the sentiment. It's the same one. And then the matte black dots I added for some extra interest and texture. So that's our level 2. Now let's start with our Step It Up mystery card. Again, we're going to do just the base in basic black, same dimensions, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. What I'm going to do on top of that is bring in a Sweet Sorbet mat of 3 3/4 by 5. So I'm going to leave this off because I first want to adhere the front. So that is the 2 pieces you're going to need. And then a piece of white, basic white, which will be 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. And we're going to do some stamping on this one. I'm going to let me put our 2 Step Up cards right here. I hope there will be enough space. I may have to scooch them. Let's do that. Okay, so that we can have a reference. I'm going to do some stamping, but instead of stamping the Daffodil Delight Flowers like I did with that one, I'm going to bring in our another new in color. Who can guess? Parakeet Party. Love the new in colors. And I'm going to stamp the big leaf from the set as the background image, where there I did the little flowers. Oh, come out. There we go. Like this leaf. Where is my chamois? Everything's getting buried. The minute I start crafting, the piles and piles start happening, but that's part of the fun. It's fine. Okay, so I'm going to add, I want to find grid paper so that I don't mess up my desk. There we go. I like to stamp on my silicone mat. You can stamp on your Stampin' Pierce mat too. My parakeet party is extremely juicy right now, so you can get a little bit of a texture on your stamp if you have a juicy ink pad and you sort of pull and lift. You'll see it's very juicy. I don't really mind that. Now we're just going to stamp this in the background. So this is a solid stamp, but as I said, my ink pad is very juicy, so it's going to give us this extra little bit of dimension, texture, call it what you want. May bug some people, I like it. And I'm going to put this one over here, sort of. This is just going to be our background image. You can also, if you don't like that, you can just scooch some ink out of the way with maybe a plastic spoon or your bone folder. I do like the texture it gives me. Okay, so that's our background. Now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put this through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine using a embossing folder. Now I'm going to use this one. It is the Tasteful Textiles embossing folder. It's not available anymore, but in our new catalog there are many embossing folders. There's a nice little cloud one that will work. There's those leaves that will work. That one is the mini, so it might be a bit small for this. This Pretty Flowers, if you just want texture. There are a lot of embossing folders that we have that will work for this. So just pick one or use one that you have. I'm going to use the one I have. I'm going to run that through and be right back. So I ran this through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine to give that this beautiful texture. And now we can stamp our ladybug. Where is my other scraps? Now I'm losing all of my parts and pieces. Here we go. So I have my little basic white scrap here. It was 2.5 by 2.5, and then I die cut it with the stitch shape dies. That one's retired. I have it, but in the new catalog there's that new stylish shapes dies, and it's got a square of, I'm pretty sure, the correct size in there. So if you don't have the stitch shape dies, then just use the one in the new annual catalog. Going to stamp my ladybug with Memento black ink. Make sure you ink it up really well, and then get your ladybug standing straight. And now my trick to get a really good, nice black impression is just give your ink time to absorb into your paper. Okay, so even pressure, do not rock your stamp, just even pressure, give it a couple of seconds, and then you get a perfectly black stamped image every time. Okay, and then I'm going to put my sentiment on here too. And right now I'm going to use You Can Bug Me Anytime. But it's sort of, I'm trying to get it straight. Let's use the grid prep paper without sticking my head in your view. Again, we want a very nice clear black impression, so give the ink time to absorb into the paper with even pressure. And there we go, perfect. Whoops. And then I'm going to just matte. Oh, I first need to give my ladybug some color using Sweet Sorbet with Parakeet Party. The new ink colors are coordinating so well. Because it's photopolymer, you can see through it very well to line it up perfectly. Again, I want to give it some time to absorb the ink, to absorb into the paper if you want a solid image. There we go. So that is our focal point done. I'm going to matte that on my black scrap, and it is 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 roughly, and it will give it a very nice thin border. I'm going to adhere that down and then pop up the whole thing with dimensionals when I put it on my card front. So you can see the differences in my Step It Up card here already. I've used a die cut, I've added extra color, I've added some embossing. So that's how we're going to get our next level. What did I do with my card base? Oh, here it is. Okay, so we have our card base. I'm going to adhere my emboss layer onto my Sweet Sorbet matte and give it that very little thin pop of color. And even this one is coming together very quickly. It's not a very difficult, time consuming card. And I'm going to pop this up. I think I still have some stamping to do. I will do that now because we will add our yellow flowers. Here we go. To use some dimensionals and pop this up. I tend to go a bit overboard with the dimensionals. You can use as many and as little as you want. I just don't want this to sag. Put some 2 there. That should be good. It's my trick. My dimensionals off. Is this one off? No. Come on. That one? Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to just center this on here. Get my top and my left and right aligned. My grid papers. There we go. That's good. And now before I add this to my card base, I want to just add some ribbon. Now you can tie it all the way around, but I like to save my ribbon, so I usually just cut a piece. This will be what, about 1, 2, 3, 4.5 inches maybe. I'm just going to cut a piece of ribbon, adhere that with glue dots, and then I'm going to add my bow after. I've adhered it to the card front. I want to do this now before adding it to my base so that I can tuck the edges around and they won't come off later. So I'm going to add, fold that around, make sure it's nice and straight, and then you can add glue on your ends to make sure they won't come off later. Adhere this to my basic black. Get that nice and level. Okay, now we're going to do some daffodil flowers. If you have the retired sweet strawberry, it might still be on. No, it's not. I think it's gone. Anyway, if you have that one, I'm going to use those two flowers, the small one and the medium, with their punches. The punches are retired too. If you don't have that, use the flowers from the set and just fussy cut. Okay, you can definitely do that. I just have the punches and the stamp, so I'm going to use the stuff I bought. Just a thin strip of Daffodil Delight and Daffodil ink. I'm just using a spot. I'll show you one, just one of each. Ink it up. Now I already checked the orientation of my punch, so I want them to go that way. There we go. I love the texture that's on there. And then we can just do, I have 3, I'll probably need 1 or 2 more. So what I mean with check the orientation is if I want to go in from this side, I need to stamp the flower at a little angle to go into the punch nicely. Let's do this. Doesn't really matter. Oops, I'm off my silicone mat at the bottom. One more. I think we will get one in there, will we? Yes. 1, 2. Okay, so I have the small bloom punch. This one is retired, but I'm just going to use that. If you have it, use it. If not, use the flowers from the set and just fussy cut, and you can do exactly the same thing with them. I just feel that this saves some time. I'm not going to punch all of them, just to show you how quick that is. I'll probably need 1, 2, 3 or 4. So I might as well go ahead and do all of them. Yep, there we go. And then strawberry punch. You can always use all of your supplies that you bought later to make your projects come together quick and easy. There we go. This out of the way. Use that little scrap that might have ended up in the recycle bin anyway. Okay, and I want to show you something using your Pierce mat. Mine's been through the wringer, as you can see, and just the tip of your Tombow liquid glue. Put your flowers down, and then we're just going to give them some dimension. Very lightly press them down into your Pierce mat, and I hope you can see the difference that makes, just to give them there we go. Let's go to me. It's our flowers. And now we're just going to add them to our project. Some of them I'm going to use a mini dimensional for, some I'm just going to adhere to this one here with some liquid glue, and going to use a bigger one. Just about there. So that one's already on the popped up. This one I want to, this one is already on the popped up focal point, and this one I've added a dimensional to pop that up. And then let's put this one, let's tuck this one underneath there. That enough glue it should be to just tuck that edge under there. This bigger one, this corner. Whoops, wait, I'm going to, that was not intended. Hold on, I think I'm going to pop it up because it's covering my sentiment. Glue over dimensional. There we go. Now that is going to be sticky forever. Oh, when it sticks. Put this one in. I just want it over that edge, but not covering. Ooh, there we go. Not covering my sentiment. Let's just see if we put the one there, one, oops, one here. Now I'm all sticky, and another one there. These two up a bit. This one here. Good. We're gonna, no, I'm just gonna stick them down. I love this. Flowers and the dimension and the colors work so well. Love the new ink colors. Now you don't need to make your ladybug red. You can make it yellow. It can be a bee. You can make it blue, purple, pink. Crafty girls, what does Marissa say? Crafty girls do what they want. So do what you want. That's cute. Now, with this one, I think that's enough flowers. With this one, I used the matte dots. You can use the matte black dots. I have in my stash, this is from a while ago, the Peaceful Poppies sequence. And what I found in there is, oh, if I'm not going to make the biggest mess trying to open it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so what I found is these little black flower looking sequins. This one in here. And my thought was that they would look so cute in the inside of my flowers. Don't you think? Well, we'll see. As I said, this is again retired. I found it. I'm gonna, in my stash, I'm gonna use it. If you have it, use it. Share it with other people. I love sharing my cards with people, and the feedback, as it's just amazing. I didn't realize how much people would appreciate a handmade card. Okay, let's hope that's enough, otherwise we'll dig out some more. As I said, use your the little black matte dots. There's bigger ones for the bigger flowers. Let's get this out if you want to use that. So like use the little ones for the little flowers and the bigger ones for the bigger flowers. they look so cute. If you want to do this, I just want to use these up. You can use glue dots or you can use some liquid glue. I'm just going to add a little bit in each flower, like so. I hope I'm in. Yes, I am. Okay, I have my new setup in my new craft room. Haven't been posting for a while. I don't know if I mentioned yet that we moved. I now have an actual craft room, which is amazing. I'm so blessed with that. Oh, that's not in the center. Whoop, whoop. Is this going to be fiddly? Probably. But oh, so cute. Whoop. Yeah, fiddly. Obviously, the matte dots would be way easier. Okay, use the pokey end. Maybe. There we go. Stay. Stay. Oh, so cute. They remind me of those daffodils, the ones with the they're like whitish with the dark yellow center. They remind me of those. They have them at my girls' school. So yes, I don't know if I mentioned, the girls is out for summer, so they will be around while I film if you hear them. Or if you hear a noise, it's probably them. It's the last one, bear with me. I know it's fiddly, but I love it. And I made a sample and they actually stick. The minute they're dry, they're dry. They're there. Oh, come on. There we go. Stay. Look at that. What do we need? We need a bow. That's what we need. Oh, and if they pop off again, I'm just going to glue dot them. Make your bow. Through the hole, grab it, pull. It's also much easier. There we go. I always fiddle with my bows, probably way too much. There's that. Clean up that end, clean up that end, and I've only wasted this little piece, which I'm totally okay with. And I'm going to put that right there. Doo-doo. I like to just roll up my glue dot. Grab this, and I like to pinch, just fold over your ribbon just to make it that just to give it that pinched look, because we didn't actually tie it there. And then add a glue dot to the back of this and cover that one, like so. And there we go. That is our stepped up version. So let's put them all together and see. If you like this and you want me to make more of these step it up videos, please, I would appreciate your thumbs up and a comment. So there we go. That's our first one. And then step it up just with using some extra colors, some ribbons, some embellishments, and then here is the one that includes die cutting, embossing, and all of the little extras. There we go. Now they're all there. Okay, so I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.